You're listening to What She Said on Canada Talks.
We are delighted to be joined by Stephen and Chris. I mean, I know there are people gasping across the country. They've just been renewed for their 9th season. And joining them is Andrea Bain, who's in charge of, well, just about everything, Andrea, right? Lifestyle,
all the
dating.
Fluff. Don't know. Just call it fluff. All the fluffy stuff. All your dating stuff. All your entertainment stuff.
You don't want anybody to start calling you a fluffer. That's
a
real problem.
Good point. Let's scratch the fluffer. Lifestyle,
dating,
gossip,
celebrities.
Lots of gossip
this
stuff.
This is not fluff stuff.
No, this is very serious business.
This is serious.
This
This is the lifeline of many people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm like your walking Cosmopolitan magazine.
Andrea's been on our show now for years.
So Andrea, how have you survived with these two?
Well, yes, I want to.
You got to first of all, you got to learn to speak up.
Yeah.
You're gonna get lost in this conversation because they're very chatty. But these guys are the most giving hosts. I've done a lot of shows. They're the most giving hosts ever. When we sit down, it's almost like we forget the cameras are there when we're on the show.
Yeah.
And then we end up talking, and then I sit there when the segment's over, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get up. Like this is not a living room. We gotta go.
Well, Andrea, you know, we have a long history from way back, but I have to tell you that not only professionally, but personally, all the people who are friends say they're extremely giving people as well.
Oh my
God.
God.
No, that is so
that
true.
they will drop everything, they will run, they will be at your bedside at 4 a.m. if you need them. So
if you're hot. Only for the hot ones.
So I think that after 9 years, you guys have been renewed. So that must be the reason why, because I think all that transcends through the camera lens.
You're making us feel so honored that you're saying that and a little humbled. But I think, you know, for us, it's just everything that we do. We really believe in it. We believe in the guests that we have.
We do.
We feel that they empower people. We want to be a part of that, getting that out there. But we also take the piss out of ourselves. We want to laugh, and we want to laugh at us first, and then let's just have a good time. And I think that's the energy that our show has had and why people wanted to come back.
Well, that is actually true, because people say it's the healthiest thing to laugh at yourself. You guys don't take yourself seriously.
No.
And Andrea, I can tell neither do you.
No. Are you kidding me?
She said, "Oh, I just cover fluff."
I call myself a fluffer in the first 10 seconds. Obviously.
But you would be such a good fluffer. You'd be on.
I'm not going to touch that.
Right? But you have to touch it.
I want this show to remain on the air, so I'm not going to touch it.
But the first thing we say, as soon as we come out and introduce the show, we got a great show for you. You know, sit down, relax, pour a glass of wine, a cup of coffee.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Whatever you're doing, and we always imagine that person, just sitting down with us and get, you know what, I got, my life's busy, but I'm just going to sit down and just have fun and just going to smile and forget all my worries.
And by at the end of that hour, we're hoping that they're so snapped that they quit. They can't cook dinner, they can't go pick up the kids. So we just want them to sit down, put their feet up. No, we really want them to have green tea
and to walk away saying it was a great day because you just elevated the mood, or because people they get caught on that treadmill of the things I have to do and I should have and I could have and I would have and you just it's a break. It's just an escape. It's like going to a movie or going.
Right.
Which is nice.
That's a great analogy. Going to a movie. Yes, just sit down and we're gonna give you some information. We're gonna give you some fun, and you know what? And you're just gonna literally disappear. Your world's gonna disappear.
Absolutely.
Now let me ask you this. I know you have a real personal connection. You really do open yourselves up to the audience, and you share some personal stuff.
Do you know what? That took us a long time to do, though. That was very difficult for us. I mean, obviously a gay couple for 27 years, and at the beginning it was really because we've always been so private, and and when we first got this show, a big part of what they said, you have to identify with this audience. You can't hold anything back.
And you have to be authentic.
And if you can't do that, then you're not going to be able to do this show properly and get what you want from it. So we really had to go in there and take our clothes off and stand there and say,
really?
"This is real. This is wrong. We're going to talk about it." Oh no, it's not fun. It's not fun. No, when this comes off, things fall out.
No, it's spectacular. I've seen all of it.
Okay, let me ask you a question though, because 27 years in a gay relationship.
That's 140 in real.
In real
Right?
terms,
It is.
exactly. So what's
secret?
What's the magic?
Look at him, he's hot.
Yeah.
How can you not?
But you know what's interesting? Chris and I, we've worked together for, over 20 years probably.
Yeah.
We've worked together. So that's that's all we know.
Yeah.
We only know working together, being together 24 hours a day. The only time we ever have apart is we go to different gyms.
Yeah,
That's it. Because that's our time.
And I don't go very often, so usually I'm actually at home. Honey, I'm texting him. Yeah, I'm at the gym, baby. It's so hard.
She
I
goes
can't
shopping
do
at
this.
Zara.
Yeah.
There's a plug for Zara.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is a long time. But how do you live and work together if the gym time is your only separate time? I mean, there must be.
We're like best friends, you know.
Yeah,
we're best
we
friends.
Is that what
We
it
grew
is?
up together, so we're like brothers. And again, I mean, he's the nicest person you've probably would ever meet in your life. I think you can.
No,
attest
it's
to
so
that.
true. He's so sweet. They're both very sweet. They're both very sweet.
But he's
And
really
they're-
sweet. I act.
No temper
it's an
tantrums on set ever?
Never. Never.
Us?
Not with you. Not with you.
Not with me.
Oh, but I've
Maybe
had a few.
little bit of a tantrum once
Yes,
in a
but
blue.
I've seen a few little scuffles between you two, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
but it's natural.
Yeah.
It's not nasty.
But there are times that
it's
we're
just
back-
a little, hey, what do you
don't-
mean?
Yeah.
Like, what
We've
For
actually
normal
been.
stuff. Everybody does that.
Yeah, I got a bit of a temper. We know I got a little bit of a temper.
But your
A little
temper's
short.
good,
But
though. I like
obviously-
Yeah, you like the fiery
But
side.
obviously, if we're a couple, sometimes there have been times where we're backstage, they're counting us down, and we can't even look at each other.
Oh, we've been
and
we're in
mad.
a
huge fight,
And then we roll around
and
the
we got to
corner.
run and you got to say,
You never
"Hey,
know.
everybody, hi!"
The
You know what?
professional
Hello,
comes out.
Yeah.
because
You never know.
they're at home. They don't.
And then after the show's finished, we continue to not talk to each other. Our dressing rooms are right next to each other. I go home and leave, and I've never done that. I never do this. I leave without saying goodbye. I'm getting in the car. I just drive off. So we're real.
They're
We're
regular
real.
people.
Everybody.
well, he's
it's not
known
always
as the
easy.
bossy one.
I am a bossy one.
Yeah.
No,
And
he
you
has
admit that
leadership
openly.
skills.
Oh, totally.
He's not
Did you
bossy.
see the way she
he
turned
has
that around?
leadership skills.
I
Leadership.
like the way you think.
Yeah.
You're a smart lady. Not only good looking, you're also smart.
I think you're talking to a fellow leader. That's what that is.
we have to talk signs here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what sign are you?
Oh, yeah.
Gemini.
Oh, I love
Gemini.
the Gemini.
Ooh.
The two sides, though, right? They're
Yeah, they are.
Because
We
I'm a
always-
Pisces.
yeah.
Two
Scorpio.
Scorpio, Taurus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taurus.
Taurus.
Ah,
There we
okay.
go, my dear. Thank you. Yes. see?
A bit stubborn, but loyal to the death.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it
Loyal,
stubborn.
To
loyal,
the
loyal.
death. Loyal to snakes. I should
Yeah.
not be loyal to.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Scorpio because they are the sexiest of all the signs. However, you hold grudges for days, months, and years.
Oh, that's unhealthy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, we just talked to you.
I was oh my goodness, no, we don't. It's not forever, but it's like we'll never forget you did. We'll take the apology, but we're not really taking.
But you are the
apology.
sexiest thing in the world.
That's what they say.
Mhm,
But it's
Scorpios.
weird. I don't know.
You
I
are good in bed.
That's what
That's what
they
they say, which is weird because it's like I feel like there's so much pressure when you're in the bedroom. It's like I'm a
Oh, you're
Scorpio, but I don't
Scorpio.
know what you want me to do. There's not going to be like a
Scorpio thing.
I know it's like
But
you-
isn't that the question? How do you actually know if you're good in bed? I think Carrie asked that on Sex and the City, right?
It's like,
She
do you
said,
get
"How
a do you get a
know?"
report card at the end going Scorpio, very good. Like
True.
But don't you think that maybe you're good in bed for different people, right? If you have a connection, like that could be the hottest person in the world, but if you don't have those, that thing,
Zazu, the Zaza.
Would you
You're not-
trust somebody to
To
really
say-
give you an unbiased opinion?
We're women. Have you ever lied to a man about how great a performer he was?
Yeah.
let me try.
Yeah.
Let me try. We
Would-
just had
would-
sex.
Was he
Would a
good?
man who's hoping to get lucky again tell you that,
It was I.
you were a 6
You're
out
right.
of
Okay,
10?
you're
never.
never.
But if a
You're
guy
right.
asks
True.
you, if a guy rolls over and says, "Baby, was that good for you?"
I always lie and say it's
Oh,
great.
gross.
Although there've been a couple times I've been like, we're gonna do that
that's so-
again. Get a sandwich and a glass of water. We're doing that again.
So what
Been
we're
a couple
questioning
of
here is the
funny.
empirical data on Scorpios being best in bed. Like, who
Who
the hell
decided that?
voted on that?
I totally agree with you. I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
I think you
agree with
rocked their
And
world.
now I'm insecure. Now I want to know about Tauruses. What do they
Yeah.
say about Tauruses?
Have I slept with a Taurus? I have slept with a Taurus. I don't really remember it that much.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that it was bad.
So
I'm not saying-
we're forgettable.
Yes.
Okay.
Not memorable.
right.
Okay, but hang on a second. We still have a Gemini and a Pisces that have not given their opinion on anything.
Yeah.
Nobody's asking us how well they're going.
Well,
I like-
Geminis are the broadcasting sign. We're the
Yeah.
communicators.
Yeah,
that's
you are.
what that's
You talk.
what we do. And my daughter is actually she's on the cusp of Pisces. So
Oh.
yeah, she's sort of on the edge.
Well,
January
we're a little bit
19th.
crazy, the Pisces.
February
We have a
19th.
little bit of a of the crazy.
Well,
Like,
it's
we're dreamers.
just
We're
dreamers.
dreamers.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
we're not. Our feet aren't really always on the ground. But
You're
we're-
not anchored.
No.
Yeah, you're kind of out there.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, we're loving. Like we just want to love.
So
And be loved.
let's ask you a question about your show. What in the 9 years is the biggest change that you've seen? Whether it be audiences, what they want, how they
Oh my
connect.
gosh, that's a
I
great
kind of think the
question.
biggest change is Christopher and I. We have changed and we've grown so much.
Yeah. I think I've
Um,
become probably kinder because I've learned so much from the show. How to deal with relationships. You taught me a lot. A lot of other guests.
And with each other. We've learned to,
Yeah, because we have psychotherapists on the show on a regular basis. We have many different levels of people we have, and then we've learned how to communicate and
Yeah.
to listen to each other. Because I'm not a great listener. And you're a great listener.
Yes.
Let me listen to you now. You say something.
sorry.
Let me listen.
Every time he says something honest, I'm like, I mean, yes.
But it's true. But I think we have changed so much. And you know, and when we first started television, we were so guarded. We were so. We had these heavy cloaks on. And now that
they were nice cloaks. They were nice cloaks.
Yeah,
lovely.
of course.
But they were literally like a
clothes.
Harry Potter cloak that you were invisible, and now we're ourselves, and this is who we are.
But you've also expanded your repertoire because you were really design style icons,
Yes.
And we
right?
still love that.
And you were also, may I add, design style elitists.
Oh,
and I think you've become less elitist.
Yeah.
You've become a little more, okay,
Yeah.
shabby chic may not be my thing, but
Yeah.
it's great shabby chic if you like it.
You know, and you're so
Thank
right.
you for saying that, though, because that means a lot to us.
It's
because
true.
we don't want to be that. We want to, you know, that's what we want to project.
We want to empower people, regardless of who you are.
You know, there's a
Yes.
triangle, right? There's a triangle of people, and then, you know, the wealthy and the elitists. They're like this. They're up here at the
I don't
top,
mean
and the rest.
elitist that
No,
way.
no,
I mean,
you're-
but
you're
if you
right.
if you know what works and what is beautiful, and you have to believe it.
But there was a
Yeah.
time that, you know, everything had to have a label or a brand, or it had to be expensive, or I didn't want it, and, you know, it wouldn't be in my house.
And
unless
now
it,
you've become
chill.
winners, Marshalls.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm
honey.
in.
Oh,
Joe
I'm
Fresh,
in.
here I come.
Fresh.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You are listening to What She Said here on Sirius XM, Channel 167 Canada Talks, and we have Stephen Sabados, Chris Heineman, and Andrea Bain.
Yay, Andrea Bain.
Yay, Andrea Bain with us. And okay, your show just got syndicated in the States, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking of like treading on our territory, coming into radio.
I think-
You should just
we're
have a
hoping.
segment on our show.
Well, we could
Well,
do
we
that.
could do that too. I would be happy with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is actually a lot of fun.
With
Oh,
all this
yeah.
TV,
Yeah, you guys are
though,
fun.
I mean, it's a lot less stress, you know. And as you can tell, we don't really have to gussy ourselves up because, you know,
Well, you both
we're
look
recording you. We're not recording us.
I noticed that you're not on the camera.
Would you sit here normally when you don't
No,
have a
no, no.
guest?
We record
No.
our guests. And
Oh,
when,
and
when,
that's
when
it.
I get my act together and have 2 other cameras and I've mastered the editing that I do at night because we just send out the guest videos and put them on our YouTube channel,
Good.
then we would like to move into doing
The
a
lighting's
TV
actually
show.
really quite good.
You
I'm
have
just-
gorgeous
Well, we have the
natural light.
filter,
really
yeah.
do.
kind of highlighting my cheekbones quite nicely. I'm quite thrilled.
So, but why radio? What's your
Why?
reason? What's going on?
I just think, you
aren't
know-
you busy enough?
Well, we've been doing television for so long, and we all have. I just think it's this sort of conversation. It's like you're, you know, like aside from having wine, it's like you're just sitting down. You're
We could
comfortable. You
arrange
don't-
that.
Oh,
really?
I wouldn't mind one.
But you don't have to worry about.
Careful.
about-
As long as you have a sippy cup lid
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
We never drop
Oh.
never
never
drop
drop
a
it.
I have
wine.
fallen down a flight of stairs and
And
not
still
a
hold
drop
that
of wine
glass.
has come out of it. I mean, I'm black and blue from the top to bottom, but that wine glass is still
Still there,
steady.
honey.
Oh yeah.
So is it what kind of show is it that you want to do? Talking about
This, just chatting.
just chatting?
Just
us
chatting.
talking
You know
and
what all
thing.
started? Sitting around their kitchen table
Yeah.
with a glass of wine and having
And
these.
I was cooking,
con-
and you guys
he's-
were sitting.
And this is
And
always
that's what I
what
love to
happens.
do.
He does
Yeah.
all the cooking. We do all the pouring of the wine.
Yeah.
And the drinking.
And the
Oh,
drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we have these great conversations, and we go from everything. What were you talking about this morning around the kitchen table?
Diamond facials.
Diamond facials,
colonics.
colonics,
and
vitamin B,
IV therapy. That
IV therapy that I
From our
want to
natural
try.
path.
From our
Yeah.
natural
Like
path,
we're
yeah.
all over the map with our conversation, and we just felt like, you know what, this is a show. Like we're just, you know, when you're in TV, you think that way. You're like,
But I
this
feel
is a
like
good
this is the
segment.
vibe you guys have. You're like hanging together.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have been, you know, you're very professional, obviously, but you want to talk about real things that make you think, and make people at
Well,
home
this
think.
this
you know.
started as a conversation with Sharon, Christine, and me over a bottle of prosecco.
Nice.
There you go.
And
See,
it
it
all
was
starts that
there was
way.
enough chest thumping male talk radio out there, and we
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to talk about something that was aimed at women 30 and up, that would be interviewing, informing, and inspiring. Canadian women don't blow their own horns enough.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's so many great stories out there that we want to get them out.
And I like your range. You say
Right.
30 and up, and that's up everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
And you
it's
know, I'm
way
so
up.
tired of people saying, you know,
Yeah.
I only want to target the young. I only want this is just
No.
all we
Yeah,
want to
it's
the young.
21-year-old.
We do talk to the young
Of course.
to inspire, but
However.
basically, you know, we've had so many entertainers in here who say there's no star system. We don't in Canada seem to recognize Canadians until they've given them a gold star in the US.
And then come
and
back.
so
And
then
now
come
we're
back.
looking, you know, we have our eye across the country, and we have a Simply the Best segment. We bring people in and say, wow, you're great.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it?
Nobody.
Yeah. No, and congratulations.
Yes,
for-
absolutely.
Thank you.
That's us clapping over here. That's
Yeah.
us clapping.
Applauding you guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and we really appreciate you coming in and
Thank you.
talking to us and being on our show, and
you.
maybe
We'll have
we'll
to have
be
you
on
in again.
yours.
Yeah.
Please.
When we come back, can we bring
here.
wine?
We'll bring the wine.
Can we
We'll
bring the wine?
You
We'll
can
the
bring the wine and the sippy cups, but nice fashionable trendies.
Oh, how do they
Oh,
will?
with
Oh, yeah,
these
yeah,
two,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
we
Oh,
got.
We should
absolutely.
get better product line. Start
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Wine
Sippy
only
cups.
sippy cups.
You just gave them a.
I like it.
Always
Are
business
we,
to them.
now
Thank
if
you.
we come on your show, are we allowed to drink wine?
Ooh,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
mandatory.
It's mandatory.
You'll be getting a cup at the door. For you.
Fridays are our
For
drinking
you.
day. We usually have our cocktail diva
Yeah.
on at the end.
Yeah.
I have a glass that fits a
We've
whole
had
bottle.
Cocktail Diva on. She's great.
Isn't she
Oh,
awesome?
yeah.
She did the
Yeah.
bacon Caesars here. The
Oh,
bacon,
yes,
they
yes,
were
yes.
good.
She's
Had
so
them.
much
They
That's
were
fun.
like
good.
breakfast and booze all
Oh, by
rolled
the
in
way,
one.
did you know that there's now, you can pour it, it's in a little container and you just pour water in to add to your drink?
Oh, that's right. The powdered alcohol.
I mean, we
I
had
haven't
a
heard
blast
that,
with
no.
that last
That's a
week.
brand
This
new
was
thing.
A
They,
new thing.
they dehydrate the alcohol.
A new thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have to continue this
So much.
conversation.
All right.
Thank you all.
We will be right back here on What She Said, Sirius XM 167.
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.